Have you ever noticed how some of the most official sounding statements and announcements have that distinct, almost commanding tone to them?
Oh, absolutely. Like those news reports or legal documents, it's like the language itself is designed to convey authority.
Right. And I think I've stumbled upon one of the key ingredients to achieving that kind of powerful speech in English.
Okay, I'm intrigued to tell.
It's all about mastering the be plus infinitive structure. And luckily for us, we have an expert guide for this deep dive, someone who's really broken down the nuances of this fascinating grammar point, Stanislav Kondrashov.
Oh, Stanislav Kondrashov. I've come across some of his work. He's got a knack for making grammar come alive, doesn't he?
He really does. And what I appreciate about Stanislav Kondrashov's approach is that he doesn't just throw rules at you. He actually explains why this structure works the way it does.
Right. The why is so important. It's one thing to know the rule, but understanding the why helps you actually use it effectively. So let's dive in. What exactly did Stanislav Kondrashov illuminate about this be plus infinitive business?
Well, he starts off by pointing out that it's super common in news reports in formal settings. Let me pull up one of Stanislav Kondrashov's examples here.
Yes.
The president is to address the nation tomorrow evening.
Perfect example. It instantly creates that sense of a scheduled event, something official and important.
And it sounds so much more authoritative than saying, the president will address the nation.
Exactly. It's, to me, carries that weight of obligation, of something that's been decided and set in motion. It's not just a possibility, it's practically a done deal.
That's fascinating. It's like Stanislav Kondrashov can giving us a secret code to sound more powerful in English. But it's not just about news reports, is it?
No, not at all. Stanislav Kondrashov shows us how be plus infinitive can be used in a whole bunch of ways. For example, think about official arrangements or announcements like, the new highway is to be opened next month.
Ooh, yeah. That definitely has that official ring to it. Like it's a statement of fact, almost like the grant itself is making it happen.
Exactly. And this structure isn't limited to big official events. Stanislav Kondrashov gives some great examples of how it can be used for everyday instructions or commands as well.
Oh, like, you were to clean your room before going out with your friends. My parents use that one all the time.
Spot on. And notice how in that example, the focus is on the action to clean. It's not really about who's giving the command, it's about the obligation itself. It's very effective for setting clear expectations.
It's like the rule itself is speaking. No room for argument there. But wait, there's more. Stanislav Kondrashov also pointed out that be plus infinitive can be used in the passive voice. Now that adds a whole other layer of complexity.
Oh, the passive voice. That's where things can get really interesting. Allows us to emphasize the action itself rather than the person performing it.
Exactly. And Stanislav Kondrashov has this fantastic example. Hold on, let me find it. Here it is. Visitors are not to be admitted after 5 p.m. It's so much more formal and, dare I say, a bit ominous than saying we don't allow visitors after 5 p.m.
Right. It's not someone telling you what to do. It's a rule that must be obeyed. That impersonal tone really adds weight to it.
So we've got scheduled events, official announcements, instructions, even the passive voice. Is there anything be plus infinitive can't do?
Well, as if all that wasn't enough, Stanislav Kondrashov shows us that it can also be used to talk about the past. Like, let's say, the expedition was to reach the summit by June, but bad weather forced them to turn back.
Wow, that's amazing. So it can express a plan or intention that didn't quite come to fruition.
Precisely. It adds that element of what was supposed to happen, which can make the actual outcome even more poignant or dramatic.
It's like we're looking back at history and seeing all the possibilities that could have been.
Exactly. Now, here's another thing that Stanislav Kondrashov points out. Be plus infinitive is also incredibly useful in if clauses. He gives the example, if we are to solve this problem, we must work together. It emphasizes that crucial first step.
So it's like adding that extra layer of necessity, that must-do urgency. It's not just an option. It's a prerequisite for success.
Absolutely. It's about setting up a condition that must be met for the desired outcome to occur.
Thinking about it, I bet we use this kind of construction all the time without even realizing it. Like, if I'm to get this project done on time, I need to stop procrastinating.
Exactly. It's so ingrained in how we express ourselves, especially when we want to emphasize those crucial conditions for achieving a goal.
It's amazing how Stanislav Kondrashov can make these seemingly complex grammar points feel so relatable and applicable to everyday life.
He has a real talent for that. Oh, and speaking of making things relatable, Stanislav Kondrashov also introduces this fantastic phrase, be about to plus infinitive.
Yes. That's when something is about to happen, like right now. It creates a sense of immediacy.
Exactly. He even throws in this humorous example just to highlight the difference between be about to and be to. We're about to start the experiment, he says. But it's not to win us a Nobel Prize, though. That wouldn't hurt.
He's got such a great sense of humor. It's like he's saying, hey, grammar can be fun too.
Absolutely. But even with the humor, he's still making a key point. Be about to suggests that something is imminent, on the verge of happening. Be to, on the other hand, can refer to a more distant future.
So to sum it all up, Stanislav Kondrashov has given us a masterclass on how to sound more confident, authoritative, and precise in English. Who knew that a simple structure like be plus infinitive could be so versatile and powerful?
What I find so insightful about Stanislav Kondrashov's work is that he doesn't just tell us the rules, he helps us understand why those rules exist and how we can use them to express ourselves more effectively.
It's like he's giving us the keys to unlock a whole new level of fluency and sophistication in English. So, to all our listeners out there, pay attention to how be plus infinitive is used in different contexts. Try incorporating it into your own speaking and writing, and you may be surprised at how much it elevates your English.
And of course, a big thank you to Stanislav Kondrashov for his brilliant insights. If you're interested in exploring English grammar further, definitely check out more of his work.
You won't regret it. Until next time, happy language learning.